Hi. Want to give you guys kind of an update on what's going on with Inbox Indie. So, still really excited about the show. I still have some work to do before I give you guys another copy to basically, to check out. But I wanted to give you guys an update because it's been a few days, and I know that I don't want you guys to think that, oh, I could just re-record it and I'm good. Just make this so many small changes or whatever. Wow, I have a stain right there. That is awesome. Well, all right. Well, redo the whole thing now. No. Wow, I just noticed that. Just chocolate or something. Anyways, so so the left-hand side here, you see there's kind of a blank area, right? And what I did was I put the video feed that I'm grabbing is actually just a 4:3 feed because it's a live feed from the camera. And you would think, well, if it's from the camera, this should be 16:9. But no, if it's a pure feed, it's actually 3:2, not 4:3, right? Yeah, it's like 3:2 or something. You end up seeing basically just from here to here. But the beauty of this is that I don't get the 16:9 bars, right? Which would obviously be zoomed out so it could fit the entire frame, but you would see less vertically. With this, I get a much wider view, and you could see my entire person sitting here. So it's almost like, it's kind of like a talk show where I'm like, all right, well, let's talk about this thing, which is going to be great when Laura and I start doing our new show, which we haven't told you guys the name yet. But anyways, I need to do something with this side. And so the idea is that for the stream, I just leave chat there and that's it, right? For Inbox Indies, I want to have this area. You see, I put like a black gradient I made in Photoshop and just kind of fades to black. That way it kind of makes this transition. Otherwise, it's just like a straight line right there, straight up and down. And so what I want to do is actually put Inbox Indies, put like the games maybe that we're playing. So like boom, 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 boom. And then there'll be like some of them will be animated depending on which one we're working on. And so the idea is that I would basically have to, it's basically a lot of setup before the show, where I'd have to basically build some template overlays and then render them out and then put them in OBS over here. And so lots of pre-setup, but once it's in, then I could just, do the show, right? Just record the shit, and then if I mess up, then just redo it, So it's like it'll take like 30 minutes to actually record the show bit itself. So yeah, I'm still working on. You can see in the background I have like color, like kind of splashes, kind of going. I decided to repurpose some of the hues because the hues actually had some hues over there, and obviously you can't see over there, so there was no point in having them over there if I can't. So I decided let's go and use them over here as part of like a color splash for the background here, and it looks pretty good. Just kind of adding just kind of an ambiance of like color changing and whatnot, and then of course the LEDs kind of doing their thing, right? Whenever I talk or whenever if we're playing a game, you'll be able to see it back there. Now, one thing that the OBS has, which is kind of cool, that I'm just now starting to use, is the stinger thing. And if you watch the stream later today, you're going to see this. But if you didn't watch the stream today, then this is your first time seeing it. But whenever I go over here, I just go boom, and I can put it might be a very familiar looking transition there. I just grabbed the BFF report one and threw it on there just to kind of see how it works, and it works beautifully. So I want to use that not just for Inbox Indies, but also for just like general live stuff. So. Not that specific BFF report one. I'm gonna leave that one up there for a few days just for the lulz, right? But yeah, just for like going forward. Now here you see that I'm kind of like trimmed down and kind of flat, and on the other side over there you see that there's the chat room chat. Don't worry about that. That's not going to be in the show. This is basically the WoW format. When I play WoW, these two boxes will fit perfectly inside of my two text boxes on either side of my UI. So that's what this is for. There'll be a whole new Inbox Indies OBS setup for that, specifically for that. So that way it's it's nice. And so what you're looking at now is After Effects, and some of the stuff that I've been working on is basically trying to get these like really cool transitions in, and they're really easy to set up, right? I have a couple templates. I have a bunch of templates, but basically this is what you'll see like on the right hand side in the corner. Doesn't that look fucking awesome? Like I'm excited, right? Because that looks freaking great. And this is the idea, and it's super easy to make, right? The only thing is I have to make one for each one. So here's how it works. Basically, I have a template. So I basically type in whatever it is I want here. So I type in whatever you want your mouth, right? Whatever the name of the thing is, right? We'll keep on force, and then over down here I could put let's go escape. Then here I could put something on Steam, or I could put, maybe I could put the developers, and let's just put some random developer $14.99 Steam, right? Like that. Like that's probably how I'd put it. random developer, and then 14.99 on Steam. And then what I would do is I would go check, double check to make sure the animation box works. And here's how it works. You'll see it's pretty cool. Nah, like that. So it was kind of glitchy coming on, but the idea is I want to utilize a lot of this kind of glitch style stuff because I like the way it looks. But I need to render out each one, so it's a lot of work, right? So once it's done here, I'll be able to play it back for you again. You'll see it more in real time. There it is right there. So it looks cool, and it's kind of stretched out right now, but ideally it's going to be sitting like in a corner or something like that. And I may not even exactly specifically use this one. I may actually use, there's a bunch of things in here, right? There's let's see, box office. Let's see what this looks like here. It's going to be that. That's not what I want. Let's see, coming up might work if there's more than one. Coming up is kind of, yeah, so that's not going to work. But the idea is basically I would have a setup of a bunch of different things. So here's like triplet, right? Because triplet here. This is going to be kind of, those might give you an idea. I have to go through and redo a whole bunch of these things. But this might give you an idea. So let me go ahead and actually render this out here. You can see how it kind of comes in. And ideally what I would like to have is you can see the different things that we have to talk about on Inbox Indies. And that would sit in the black area. And it would pretty much be static for the most part. And I'd have to render out probably like 5 different ones, depending on how I want to highlight each game, right? Because like right now it just says Walking Dead, Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. So if we're talking about, Breaking Bad, well, I have to reformat this so that way it kind of, so you can see that we're talking about Breaking Bad. So I still have to work out exactly how I want to display this stuff. Yeah, this is topography here. So this is where you go through and actually change the names of each game, right? This is supposed to be a broadcaster entire package, but I decided to repurpose it for Inbox Indies and for whatever else we want to use it for. But yeah, so it's coming along, and let's see. I don't know. That's fucking cool. Oh yeah, dude. Huh? I like that. I haven't seen this one yet. It has played it over here. Look at that, and that would go like right across the bottom. That would look awesome. But again, I have to actually redo each one. So for this one, it's kind of like, okay, topography A, and I'd go through here and I would type in what goes here. What is going to be the name of the game? So name game, and then over here it'll be whatever, or it's just going to be, it's a lower third, so it could be AK Mike B, or it could be Inbox Indies, right? So there's a bunch of different things that I could put here to figure out, or to basically, for each slide or whatever. If I make it game specific, then I'm going to have to I'll have to render like 5 of these, which it's not that big of a deal to render. Like, it seems like, why I have to render like 5 of them for each show? It's not that big of a deal. Basically, I just go over here. Like right now, I just made a change, right? So I go to animation side, right? Okay, good. Let's go ahead and see, and it'll show you what it looks like. So it'll say Inbox Indies. It comes up, it's all Inbox Indies, and then it'll say blah, 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 whatever. And then I can go through and just say composition, add a render queue, or add a media encoder. And then with media encoder, I can actually go through. My first time using After Effects in this installation of Windows, so I think it's being a dick. So yeah, here we'll go here instead, and then I'll put lossless because it makes it super super quick. And then I specified, so I go like this. Please no titties. Okay, good. Whew. Well, actually, it wouldn't matter because it's you guys. Well, it kind of wouldn't actually. And then from here, I could go through and I could dump it onto the stream PC, probably directly. And I would just go like this and just say save in subfolder, animation. Sure, this is going to be. We'll put this for the Inbox Indie. Okay, Inbox Indies. This is kind of a nice way for you guys to see how this shit happens behind the scenes. So go render, and then it just renders. It takes 2 seconds, and then here's the beauty. I'm rendering it directly to the machine, right? And so let's go ahead and go back here, and then whoop, I lost my mouse. And then what I could do is take this this thing, I could drop it, just drop it right in, and then let's see, loop. And then if we go back, let's go back and go back here. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. I think it moved off screen here. The beauty of this is that I can't get it to work. Center to the screen. Here we go. Oh, huh. I guess it's not reading that particular format. Okay, it doesn't read lossless format. I wasn't aware that OBS couldn't do that. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. I'm so dumb, guys. It's still rendering. I may have jumped the gun on that just a little bit. Just a little. It's still rendering. I try to load in a file that's not done rendering. I'm dumb. Let's let it go. So you can see it still doesn't take that long. The first thing it was doing was actually formatting it for render. Which it basically goes through, gathers the assets and everything together, and then it gets ready to actually do the render itself. But you can see it takes 1 minute and 30 seconds or something to render just a lower third. So you figure once I have all my assets together, like, you know, videos and all that stuff, and the game's gonna play, and the information and all that stuff, which I'd put in a Google Doc, then I could just wow, it's loud. Then I can just put it into the queue and just render it out. And now I should be able to go over and I can show you guys this here. I like how it renders right over the network too. It's super nice. Let's go and switch to this cam. There we go. Oh, I didn't put the transparency on, which is GG there. But it wouldn't be hard just to put on a filter, and then we'll go color key, and then just basically choose custom color, select color. It'll make it like gray or something, right? It's basically gray is what that is. Okay, close, and then we'll just basically tell it to loop, and then we have to something like that. So I didn't get the key color right, but you guys get the gist here. You could see it kind of floating around here. So this would be an easy way to go through and set up your like the lower thirds or for whatever it is I want to grab. And then I could just basically throw it in, and then I could duplicate the scene, and anytime I go into the scene, I could have it play and then have it disappear whenever it's done. So let me turn off the loop here so you could see essentially how it looked like. So if I switch back, let's go to the face, right? So it goes to the face, right? Let's say this is the intro or something like that. Comes back here, it comes across the bottom. So you see how easy that was, outside of the fact that I didn't wait for it to render, right? You can see how easy that is to kind of like build and put together. And once I get the transparency done correctly, like a jerk, because I didn't select the item, there's a drop down that says, you know, do you want to keep transparency? The answer should be yes. Then that will be much smoother of a transition there. But all this stuff I could do, I could render, and I can make it so that way we could do a live show, and it'll be, you know, the production will be great. So I do have one question for you guys. I noticed that a lot of YouTubers, what is that thing? They wear headphones when they do their shows. Obviously, like Phil DeFranco doesn't, right? Because he has a kind of a talk show and everything, but he's not playing games while he's doing this stuff. And so, but all the gaming related stuff that I found, almost everyone's wearing headphones. Now, I kind of come from the mindset that when you're hosting a show, you don't wear headphones because you're hosting a show. But it's a gaming related show, so you should be wearing headphones so you can hear what's going on. And so it's a silly thing, right? I almost feel like maybe I should get some lower profile headphones, right? Something like, or maybe something that is, you know, like these are great and everything, but they're kind of boring looking, you know? Or maybe I could wear my other headphones, or maybe we'll like this, we'll do like the intro, and I'll talk about the game, whatever, and they'll be like, all right, let's do this, right? I go like this, boom, boom, like that, right? It's a little thing. Anyways, so yeah, look at that. Jeez, what is this? So yes, anyway, so this was just an update, a small update. Yeah, it was like 30 minutes. Just to kind of go over the behind the scenes of what it is I'm working on. And keep you guys informed. The color background looks great. I think it looks really good. I might have to like tailor it a little bit just to kind of keep the colors a bit more separated, because right now there's two different colors that are rotating on a color palette, one on this side over here and one on this side over here. But anyways, yeah, background I think looks good. And just got to get the sidebar stuff set up. And once I get a format for that going, then it should be super easy to go through and just to change the information, just like I showed you guys. Change the name of the game, change the price, drop in some B-roll footage, stuff like that. Just drop it in and boom, done. And then that's it. It should be that easy. And then if it is that easy, then doing Inbox Indies every single week should be easy. The hardest part will be actually playing the games. And that's what I want. That's exactly what I want. Actually, I'm glad I fucking came up with that. No, I want the hardest part of doing these shows is to be playing the games itself, because I want to be able to sit down and have a production that looks great and that doesn't require that I beat my face against the keyboard for 10 hours editing like the BFF report was. And it's something I could just put together. We could do it live, and by the time I'm done recording, I have a polished product that's basically good to go. May have to trim the end here, and that's pretty much it. But otherwise, should be good to go. So that's it. Woo, man. Hope you guys are having a good day. Otherwise, I'm going to keep working on this, and I'll post another update. If you guys don't hear from me the rest of this week, it's only Wednesday, right? I'll post another update next week for sure. And hopefully the next update, if it's next week, is going to be like an actual run of the entire show. That's what I'm hoping for. So I'll keep you guys in the loop. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for your support, guys. I appreciate it so much. And I'll see you guys later.